Our next presenter is Tess Cortes. She has a BFA in painting and drawing from Wright State and an MFA in electronic art from UC. She's participated in a number of festivals and exhibitions and has worked in upcoming exhibitions in California and Columbus. And now you're going to hear from Tess about building interactivity and open source movement.
Thank you. This is my first time, and I didn't know I could bring notes. So it's going to be rock and roll. So this is an installation view of my master's thesis. It's an interactive billboard controlled by a laptop computer. I did it using graphic design programs, very expensive, very difficult to learn, and doesn't play well with others. So I had a lot of issues with doing that, but I did it. And so what I continue trying to do is interactive video. I'm using these same tools, using browsers, and I was asking people to use these web browsers interactively in ways I didn't really understand. I had to use signage, and it just didn't flow. It wasn't natural, and it wasn't working out too well. So I kind of ditched interactivity altogether, and I just went straight video and some sound. This is a still from a video I did 2010. It's Dayton cityscapes. This is a still from it. So that's kind of where I was. Some important things were happening, though, that I wanted to talk about in the technology world. In 2001, the open source movement. Anyone know open source? Basically, you make it, and anyone can have anything to do with it. It's open to the public. Really good movement. Another movement that kind of happened the same time was Creative Commons. Creative Commons is a type of licensing that is all about attribution. So you give me credit that I made it, but you can do whatever you want with it as long as you give me credit for that. You can build on it. So these two really important movements were the inspiration for two guys, Ben Fry and Casey Rias, to create this free software called Processing. It's a programming language. Anyone know for processing? Yeah, just like basically all these numbers and letters create visualization. It's a visualizing tool. It's free, and it's relatively easy to learn, and it makes pretty pictures. This is Casey Rias, one of the developers, and his argument was software can be the medium and the computer a studio. Another important development happened in 2005. Two Italian graduate students developed the Arduino. And you were talking about maker spaces. These folks developed the Arduino and has revolutionized the whole maker movement. Basically, this is a hardware and software platform that's also open source based. Anyone can use it. Anyone can learn the tools for free. Of course, you have to buy the hardware, but you can do anything with it. You can create interactive objects and environments. This is the LilyPad Arduino, and it's kind of based off that. Again, it's free to learn and use. However, it's smaller, thinner, and with conductive thread, you can create interactive garments and accessories. Very exciting. The woman who developed this, Leah Beakley, she's on the inset. She's really well known for her turn signal biker jacket hoodie, and which is awesome. It's all online. You can get it for free and make it. And then interactive wallpaper, living wallpaper. You touch it and LED lights turn on. She's amazing. When I found out she was doing a lecture, a workshop in Tennessee, I saved my money and kissed my 10-month-old baby goodbye and said, I am going to do this. And it was amazing. She was just wonderful. So the first couple days, we really just walked around the campus and took things that we had on hand and kind of learned about the connectivity and the just how they interact and conduct electricity through some of these materials. I think the biggest thing that we took, the group that, I can speak for myself especially, the biggest thing we took away is the idea of using the sketchbook electronically. So all you really need is a sketchbook and a coin cell battery and some electrical gadgets, some conductive materials, and you can sketch out your electronic ideas. Because Leah works at MIT and she directs an awesome media lab, she brought all kinds of really cool materials for us to play around with. This is silver paint, and it's beautiful. It looks kind of like lead when you paint it on, but it's conductive. So you can use that for many different things. A couple other materials we played with, stuff called Velostat, which is basically pressure sensitive, and then copper tape, which is it's kind of expensive, but the lines you get are so graphic and beautiful. So these are materials that we kind of played around with. So I took some of these materials and some of my ideas and kind of just started creating some things. So I took stills from my video and printed them on vellum, and then I mounted them in these slide mounts, and then took LEDs with coin cell batteries and essentially made tiny miniature projection images. And I hung them around the trees around our building at night and kind of gave something for the mosquitoes to look at night. That was, but it was all about experimentation and playing around, and I had a great time. It was really great to really get to know these materials. The culmination was a final project that I learned and worked on the processing language, Arduino, and I took stills from my video again and cut them out, made them objects, put conductive paint on the bottom of them, and then you could move them around on the surface with copper tape, and the copper tape emitted noise through my computer. And you can make that noise whatever. It can be music, can be sounds from the city. So the last two slides are inspirations for me. This is also another type of interactive wallpaper by the Mueller brothers. The red orbs are interactive. You touch them and they change. And then the last slide is an artist. Her name is Val Britton. She does not do electronics at all, but I just found her work so beautiful, and she kind of does with paper visually what I would like to try to do with video. So that's just kind of what I'm doing, and that. So thank you. Thank you.